everyone. Welcome again to our webinar program. This is the 9th webinar of our webinar series 2019. The topic of our webinar today is building self-management skills at work. We're going to explore 3 talking points about self-management skills at work. These are: what is self-management skill at work? What are the self-management skills at work? And how do I build and improve my self-management skills? Let us start exploring what self-management skill is. Self-management skill is the ability to understand and regulate your own emotions and use them to guide your behavior towards positive outcomes. Nothing makes you angry, you get angry. Nothing makes you hopeless, you decide to feel hopeless. You are the master of your own mind. So you should dictate how your emotions make you feel, not the other way around. This does not mean that you should suppress your negative feelings. But if you become aware of them, you can dictate your own behavior, not your feelings. Self-management shows you're able to organize yourself and offer your ideas to any project. Self-management is about being the boss of you, not the boss of a team or a company. Self-management is about making a choice to do more than you need to do. And it is a great skill to build for life and work. This will prepare us to understand better the first talking point. What is self-management skill at work? Self-management skill is an essential tool in the workplace because it helps you contribute to a better work environment for yourself and your co-workers, but we typically only focus on the skill of managing others. While just as important, self-management skills are crucial, but overlooked as a necessary set of skills on the job. Being able to manage oneself is critical and often an indicator of your ability to manage others. This moves us to discuss the second talking point of this webinar. What are the self-management skills at work and their importance in the workplace? There are 3 key elements of self-management skills at work. These are initiative, organization, and accountability. Do you know what these skills mean? Let us look at them more closely. Initiative. Initiative is being able to work without always being told what to do. You can show initiative by thinking for yourself and taking action when needed. Initiative means using your head and having the drive to achieve. Initiative requires self-belief because you need resilience and motivation to go out of your way to solve problems or do things without being reminded or asked. Why is initiative important at work? Employers often say they want staff who can respond to and deal with the problems. Highlighting to an employer that you can think for yourself or show initiative matters most. It is a great life skill too. Taking the initiative is what makes you phone a friend to clear the air after an argument you both regret, or decide you are going to take up volunteering or do further education. Organization. If you're organized in life and work, it means you can plan your time and the things you have to do. You know what is important, what should be done first, and what will take the longest. It is also about being prepared and having the things you need when you need them. So, if you know you need certain tools or information to complete a task, you make sure you have them before you begin. Why are organization skills important? From managing your time to prioritizing tasks and even having a tidy desk, being organized will help you improve your employability and also your life. Organized persons will know what they need to do and when, and make lists, have a calendar or diary, and are able to manage themselves in all areas of life and work. Employers really value strong organizational skills. Being organized shows how much you care about your job. Arriving every day, being on time, and remembering everything you need is really very important. And third, accountability. Accountability and responsibility are similar, but they don't mean the same thing. A manager at work could give you responsibility for a task, but you could still look for someone else to blame if it all goes wrong. Or you could decide not to put the effort in because you don't really care about the results. But accountability is not about the task being successful or not. It's about your attitude to the task. If you say to yourself that you're accountable, it means that you take ownership of the responsibilities that come your way. You take pride in your work and want to do it well to get the best results possible. You can be justly proud of the task's success and you accept responsibility if it goes wrong. If a task you are responsible for doesn't go well, you will make it your personal mission to look for ways to improve next time or find a better way of completing the task using your problem-solving skills. This is accountability. Why is accountability important at work? Everyone loves to see you have a positive attitude and can be relied on to put the effort in when something needs to be done. If you're in a sports team, other people on your team know they can rely on you to give it your all. If you're working on a group project, going the extra mile to contribute, or doing it because you care, not just because you have to, means the project is more likely to go well and people will want to work with you in the future. At work, employers want to know that you will take the work they give you seriously and treat it as a chance to show you can be trusted with more important work in the future. Taking responsibility for yourself is a great way to get invited to work on really exciting projects as you build experience over time. Now let's move to the third talking point. How do I build and improve my self-management skills? There are 3 ways to build and improve your self-management skills at work. These are: enhance your initiative skills, enhance your organizational skills, and enhance your accountability skills. How do you enhance your initiative skills? These are the 5 ways. 1. Develop a career plan. Research has shown that people who have a long-term career plan are more likely to take initiative. Professionals who know what they want and where they want to go are far more likely to show initiative at work, especially when the action or decision will help them further their career goals. 2. Build self-confidence. Self-confidence is the ability to believe in yourself and trust your own judgment. This skill is especially useful in the workplace when it comes to problems or difficult tasks. Self-confidence also gives others confidence in you. If your manager knows that you are sure of yourself, then she is more likely to trust you to accomplish the task assigned to you. Co-workers will also know that they can turn to you when a real problem arises. This trust makes you a valuable part of a work team. 3. Spot opportunities and potential improvement. To spot opportunities and potential improvements, consider the following. What would our stakeholders want us to improve? What could they be doing better if we could have them? How can we improve quality? Who else could we help by using our core competencies? What small problems do we have that could grow into bigger ones? What slows our work or makes it more difficult? What do we often fail to achieve? What do we have bottlenecks? What is frustrating and irritating to people in our team? 4. Develop persistence and resilience. Everyone has been tempted at some point to give up when faced with a real difficult problem or situation. This is why persistence and resilience are so important in a workplace environment. Persistence allows you to be relentlessly pursue your goals, even when it isn't easy to do so. Resilience allows you to adapt or overcome setbacks that might otherwise prevent you from achieving your goals. And 5, strike a balance. Strike a balance is also called picking your spots, and it requires discipline. But an employee who wisely assesses a situation and knows when to push and when to retreat is of greater value than an employee who is overly assertive and will seize any opportunity just so she or he can show initiative. This type of employee risks being seen as unrealistic at best and a zealot at worst. Discretion, sound judgment, and good decision-making are the hallmarks of someone who shows initiative. Enhance your accountability skills. There are 7 ways to enhance your accountability skills. 1. Create roles, team leadership, and individual leadership. People struggle to be accountable when roles and processes are ambiguous. Removing as much confusion as possible about who is doing what and how they will proceed is an important step. If a team is truly accountable, members will identify gaps, learn new roles and processes, and ultimately build a more capable team. 2. Freedom, support, and control to navigate competing priorities. Most problems have multiple right answers, so give people the freedom and control they need to make decisions. The first solutions your teams and direct reports come up will probably be pretty good. Improve upon them instead of inserting your own. Support is the key. Be sure people have the resources, knowledge, and assistance they need. With this approach, team members increase their skills, confidence, and ownership. 3. Clarify reporting structure. Accountability needs a structure. There must be a system in place to explain who reports to who can authorize and approve, so that there's a clear channel to disseminate and report on people's work and their accountability within. 4. Provide specific deadlines. If tasks are open-ended, then there can be no accountability for missing deadlines that don't exist. So, be clear as to when a task or deliverable is due, and maybe set up notifications to remind team members when deadlines are looming. As always, get feedback and answer any questions the team has about this process. 5. Document everything. Maybe not everything, but documentation is the paper trail that ensures the person who is accountable knows that. Be sure to ask the team if they have any questions about the documentation process. 6. Send alerts, triggers, and notifications. Decide what you want to communicate to your team through this system, which avoids you giving the impression that you're constantly looking over their shoulders. But before you program these alerts, be sure you discuss it with the team and get their feedback. And 7, go the extra mile to do things as well as you can. If you have been assigned a task or activity and it is not doing well, think about what extra steps you could take to make it better. Is there someone you could talk to? An extra action you could take? A new way you could look at the problem? And enhance your organizational skills. There are 5 ways to enhance your organizational skills. 1. Create a to-do list. Write down everything you have to do today and cross off each thing as you complete them. By writing down daily tasks, you do not have to stress about remembering to do them. Order your to-do lists by high priority to low priority. Assess the urgency and importance of each to help you prioritize. Think to yourself, if I could only do one thing today, what would it be? That is your number one thing on the to-do list. If possible, make a to-do list for the next day and refer to it before you go to sleep. By doing so, you will wake up with an action plan in mind. 2. Use a planner. A planner can be immensely helpful in getting your thoughts together. Use it to write down appointments, travel, and other important things. Refer to it daily and write down things that will happen in the long term. For example, if you schedule a conference call for 6 months from now, write it on your planner now so you won't forget. Use an online or paper tool that will help you manage your diary, tasks, and important information. 3. Own the task. When you are given a task by anyone, don't think of it as a task someone gave you. Say to yourself, this is my task. The passion I put into this task reflects on me as a person, and I am ready to take pride in what I do. 4. Establish a filing system. Most of your files are probably going to be digital, but you still need to know where everything you need is stored. You need to make sure all your files are in its proper place. You should also have a master document of all your files and the location of those files. And 5, create a routine. Set a morning routine to make sure you are ready for the day ahead. When you walk into the office in the morning, spend your first 15 minutes looking at what you need to do that day. I have just presented to you the key points for our webinar session today. The concept of self-management and its importance at work. The key elements of self-management skills at work, namely initiative, organization, and accountability, and the ways to build and improve self-management skills at work, such as enhance your initiative skills, enhance your organizational skills, and enhance your accountability skills. I hope you learned something from this webinar and you could apply it at work, and of course in your own family and wherever you are. I hope to see you in our webinar 10, Interpersonal Skills in the Workplace, on October 17, 2019. Thank you for tuning us today.